Hi, Mark and Melody here once again to inspire and motivate you into a healthier living.
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that today, too.
Inspire, motivate.
Inspiration and motivation. You know, sometimes, Mark, I know for myself, even though I've lost a lot of weight and I feel so much better today, there are some times that I really need inspiration. The motivation is there and I still feel motivated, but I just feel like, wow, this last 19 pounds, what am I going to do with it? It's like I'm ready to take a saw and start cutting. And I'm sure everybody out there does too. But I think it's really important that we stay motivated and inspired. And it might be a buddy system. I know you and I have a buddy system. You know, there's some times that I'll call you and you'll say, oh, I needed you to call me just now. Or you called me and I'm thinking, oh, he has no idea how much I needed.
And I hear Brenda in the morning knocking at your door saying, Melody, time to walk.
Yeah. When I'm here, she does
so,
that.
Yeah.
Now when Mark's gone, he just doesn't know it. Then I'm up knocking on her door sometimes too, but I won't do it when he's here because I don't want to bother you.
It should be pretty easy for us to inspire you because I've lost 75 pounds. Melody's lost over 100. Now, wouldn't you love to lose weight and get healthy? And all you got to do is keep taking those steps. You know, there's a lot of people out there taking one step and then they stop. But you want to keep taking steps and eventually you'll get there.
Lots and lots of steps. And
it's fun.
Just like little baby steps. That's okay if that's the way it needs to be done. And I have no problem taking those baby steps. But I've reached a point to where now it's like, okay, I want this off. I'm done with it. I've carried it long enough, and I'm wanting it off.
I'll tell you, sometimes I feel like I'm, just talking to the choir here or something. But I know people are getting this. But I think I need to get the Richard Simmons thing, and go, go, go! You can do it! You can do it! It doesn't take that much work. Let's go! Something like that. Would that work better for you? Or should we stick with the intelligent part, and showing you the intelligent facts that should inspire you to live a healthier life? I don't know. I'm kind of I'm between the two.
I loved Richard Simmons.
Because go!
I loved his enthusiasm.
Yes, you can do it.
And he always seen the glass boiling over.
Yeah.
He didn't see it half full. He didn't see it full. His glass was running over. And when I see people like that, it's addictive. I want that.
Yeah.
So motivation is the key. And maybe for some of you, it might be a family member or friend. I have a friend in Ohio that she walks about 7 o'clock in the morning. And there'll be times after Brenda and I've walked that I will get back out there and walk with her too.
Or she'll go to the health club with me an hour later.
Go to the health club with Mark.
I'm telling you, I don't think we do as much of that rah as maybe some of you might need. But I think our method of inspiring and motivating is giving you the intelligent side and creating a passion in your heart. So hopefully we're doing a good job for you.
And what I want to do is inspire you that no matter where you're at, no matter how unhealthy you are, no matter your age, no matter your size, you can do it. You can do it. You can do anything you set your mind to do. And Satan doesn't want us to believe that, does he, Mark? He wants us to feel like we're failures, that we're not good enough. Sure, we're not good enough, but we've got a wonderful God in heaven who covered our sins. And
that's a very good point, because you got to understand something. There is always somebody out there trying to stop you from getting to the place God wants you to be.
It could be a family member who wants to sabotage
Satan will work through other people inadvertently. It's not really that person's fault or anything.
Right.
But when you pick up on those clues, and then you can say, enough. Enough is enough. I am not going to listen to you. And, don't listen to the people that are trying to bring you down and have negativity in your life. Keep on the positive side and moving forward to a goal that God has in store for you.
Oh, yes.
To me, that's a more inspiring motivator than just go, go, go.
Do you know, Mark, when I first started in this journey, and I was obese for a long time, and when my health became the issue, and health was my motivator, because I knew I'd already lost my father. I'd already lost 2 of my brothers. And I thought, girl, you're going down a slippery, icy hill on a roller skate, on a skateboard, whatever they call it, boogie board, whatever those things are, coming down that hill. And I knew before long I was going to have the same fate that my siblings and my father had succumbed to. So I thought, Melody, you've got to get control of yourself. And I had people, my loved ones around me, who weren't aware of how important it was for me, that were always trying to sabotage me.
Yeah.
Oh, you've already lost enough. You've done good. You don't need to do any more.
And giving you excuses.
And you
one
know,
thing
for
or
some of
another.
us, all we need is an excuse. And I'm
Yeah.
one of those people. But you know, I was so determined. I had the nail stuck in my head, my forehead, and I thought there is no way I'm going to do this. Nobody's going to stop me, and I didn't.
Amen.
But you know, I had a goal. So regardless of where you're at or how bad you feel, folks, remember you are God's child, and He has given you the ability to keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Like Jim Gilly says, keep on keeping on.
And the bottom line
with it.
is, you are never going to get there if you keep doing what you've been doing. You know,
Exactly.
you've got to have action, direction, and discernment. ADD. I call it the God's ADD.
Action, direction, and discernment.
And the
That's
most important
wonderful.
thing is action. You are never going to change if you never take a foot off that couch. You know, and you're never going to change if you never start taking steps. You know, so you have to have that action. Action,
do.
action, action.
You
So
do.
take action every single day, and you'll get there.
But get your motivation spiritually, you know.
Absolutely.
Pray in the morning, delve into the Bible, get a buddy. I've got buddies as far as Seattle, Washington. I've got them in Ohio. I've got them in Texas. I've got them in North Carolina. Here in Indiana, Chicago. You know, I have my friends. Gloria's such an inspiration. These people are my inspiration, and I'm there to inspire them as well. And so find somebody positive in your life that's inspiring. And not only do you receive, but what is it you do? You give.
Yeah.
You give inspiration, and when you give inspiration, it fills you up with more.
Melody got here this morning, and what I turned to her and I said, God has got a fantastic day in store for us today. You know, and she's like, okay,
Yeah,
I feel better.
Because I didn't have a very good evening yesterday.
Yeah.
And I told Mark, I'm like, you know, I come in with that redhead attitude, like, rah, 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 and he just smiled and he looked at me, and he said, are you done?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I said, well, I think so, and he said, good.
God's
and I
got a
love
fantastic day in store for us.
And we do that sometimes.
And we've got a fantastic day in the kitchen for you.
Oh,
we
yeah.
haven't even done any cooking yet. We're sitting here going,
Let's go change, Mark. We gotta
okay,
cook.
let's get some cooking done, and then we'll come back and finish up this show.
All right.
Hi, Mark and Melody in the kitchen again, and today we're going to do just a basics when it comes to stir fries.
I love stir fries.
Yeah, and just a simple way to do them. But you have some pasta that we're looking at experimenting with. I've used a few of them, but not that particular one.
I love this. It's a brown rice pasta or a rice noodle, Asian noodle, whatever you want to call it. But it's not enriched. So it's as whole of a product as you can get. So I love the brown rice. So when you're in your Asian store, look for the brown rice instead of just your...
Which means it's gluten-free.
Absolutely, it's gluten-free. And I'm going to let... I'm going to let you... What? Close your eyes. This is going to be dangerous.
The camera guys are
Camera
stepping
guy.
back.
Sorry about that. But you can take and pour some of that hot water. I want you to handle that.
Well, I'm going to have to use a thing here. This is one of those pots. This is probably the pot you don't want to buy, okay? There's a lot of pots out there, and I recommend a lot of different products. I hardly ever criticize a product except for this one. This is, now I'm not going to mention Wolfgang by name, but
You know,
this is his pot.
do you know how many times I put my hand on that going, oh, whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah,
knowing it's hot.
Look at this thing. You cannot touch that thing without burning yourself. And by the way, this thing is boiling. Do you hear a whistle?
No.
Do you hear a whistle? In the actual instructions of this pot, there was a warning that said whistle may or may not work.
Oh.
I mean, come on. You know?
I go to Walmart or Sam's or someplace and just get something simple.
How much water do you want? About that much?
Go ahead and cover it. I'll work with it here a little bit, but all we're wanting to do is hydrate this noodle. Okay? That's it.
But I mean, really, is that the craziest thing you ever seen in the world or what?
Yeah, it is.
Unreal. Unreal.
And you're going to start putting some flavors in here.
Yeah, I'll get a little bit of oil going in here. Woo, that's hot. See, it's already hot. So let me get some onions.
Yes.
This is what you would call a wok, and it's really great for doing stir fry.
Mark, have you walked this week?
I walked. Oh yeah, I always walk.
You're walking now, aren't you?
Walker. So basically, you can put whatever you want in here. We've just got some onions and peppers, and I'm going to put everything in here. If you want
bamboo shoots.
to really do it right, you're going to put your onions and peppers in here, and then hit it with the garlic.
Oh, I got garlic for you here.
You're going to want to hit it with the garlic.
We don't buy garlic in small quantities. This is how we buy our garlic. Oh, smell that. Mark, earlier while you're doing that, we marinated some tofu, and what we did is we just took our tofu, put a little Bragg's liquid aminos. We squirted some orange juice, diced up a little orange, put it in there. There you go. And some garlic. What else did we put in here? Lemon juice?
Was it the Bragg's?
Bragg.
Low sodium. Oranges.
Right.
Garlic.
You can do anything.
Yeah.
You can use anything you want to, make it yours. There's a lot of times I will just marinate tofu and use it inside for a sandwich. But we're going to use it today in the Asian.
Well, the thing about it is the tofu that you get in the grocery stores that's marinated is so expensive.
It is.
And this is really all they do. And in fact, if you want to open one of those up and show the camera, you'll get a concept. It looks like it's marinated on the outside, but not on the inside.
Look here.
But we actually did a press on that thing. We pressed it. Take a look at the things about marinated tofu, and you press it, and then the juices will suck into it. So it actually has flavor all the way through it, I'm sure.
There you go, Mark. Ooh, good. Lots of good flavor.
See, and once you get that browning like that, now's when you can add some other items. Bragg's liquid aminos works real good for stir fries, and of course soy sauce. In fact, you can just do that and nothing else, and you would have a great flavor for a stir fry. The only type of spices I'm going to use.
I know what that is. Asian. Ginger.
And then Chinese 5-spice. So you can use a couple. That's the only two little extras that I put in there, even though you don't have
Oh, wow. Smell that ginger. Is there a nutmeg in there, Mark?
There is rice wine vinegar.
Rice wine vinegar.
Want to use a little bit, you can. There we go.
Oh, he's got it pointed towards me.
I got to get that piece out of there. That's what happens when you use fresh bottles. I don't use a lot of vinegar, but you can always put a little bit in there if you want.
Now, what's the purpose of the vinegar, Mark?
Just gives it that little
Extra
You
flavor.
can use lemon. See, normally I use lemon juice.
Lemon juice. Okay.
I didn't have the lemon today, so
So we're going to add a little bit of the cabbage.
substitute. A little bit. I'm going to use it all. Bamboo shoots and water chestnuts,
Water chestnuts.
just like that.
Carrot.
Carrots.
Oh, broccoli and celery.
There's my celery.
I get it.
Earlier I was saying, oh, I've got to have celery for my stir fry, and she says, we're out. I used it in all the soup. And I was like, looking everywhere in the fridge trying to find
Hey,
celery.
I got up early this morning and I'm just chopping and chopping, not paying any attention. And when I seen that, I thought, there's his celery, because I know celery is important in a stir fry.
Yeah, you got to have some.
Oh, Mark, that's beautiful. Look at that. Now, do you normally cook this to where it's real wilted?
No.
And okay, I don't either. I like crispy vegetables when it comes to
Crunchy.
my stir fry.
Yeah. You know, and the more cooking you do, the more nutrients that you're pulling out of the food. There's a couple things that you actually get more nutrients when you cook them, but for the most part, general rule of thumb, when you cook things, you're losing nutrients. So, and the longer you cook it, the more nutrients you lose, but this is just perfect.
That's beautiful. Beautiful, Mark. Look at all the
flavor.
colors. We eat with our eyes, and the reds and the yellow, the oranges, the purple.
The only thing I'm going to do is make sure we pull those oranges out of there,
All right, I'll pull them out for you.
because I don't want anybody biting into one of those.
Yeah, because we don't throw the pill away. We use the pill when we're marinating.
You probably could actually grind those up or something
Sure, you could.
and then put it in there and it'll get
Well,
a nice
you
flavor.
use orange peel, but because they were large. Wow.
And I think you're going to have to
I am.
start draining that baby. Here, you want to use something like this?
What about those? I might be able to use that over there.
And then we're going to put that right in here for our pasta. Whatever works best for you there.
Oh, I love this, Mark. Anytime I can use the Asian brown rice noodles.
Nice part about the woks is it takes that center point of heat.
It does.
Just really takes it right out into the pan. So the thicker the wok you can do, the better. But this one works pretty good. I know. Am I always doing that or what?
You are.
Just
It's okay.
yeah,
You know,
habit. Definitely a
it's
habit.
not a bad habit though, Mark, because in the presentation of food, I think the look and the cleanliness, there's nothing I hate than to go to a nice restaurant and I get a dish and there's food slopped all over the side of
In
it.
fact, let's do it like this. I'm going to actually take all this to one side.
Okay,
You could, if we had like 3 times the amount of rice or something,
okay.
you could do some different things, but I think I'm going to go right like this. And then it will
Wow.
be a little more appealing because it's a mostly vegetable one today. You can almost put the pasta on top. That would have been an option too.
Now, Mark, where's your dish?
Yeah. Have you seen these mushrooms before?
I have. Yes.
For those, is it enoki?
Gnocchi.
Enoki.
Gnocchi. And we're probably saying it wrong, but that's okay.
I'm going to cut it right about there.
I think that's a
what my
good place.
guess is.
I think that's a good place.
And then you can use this as a decoration, or you can just pop a bunch in the corner or something like that. In fact, I think I'm just going to
Oh, yeah.
give it more of a
Nice, nice, nice.
spiral like that. And so what do you think? Something like that?
Thinking I like it. Thinking I really like that. Mark, that's a beautiful dish.
How
Wow.
long did that take?
Seconds,
Yeah.
really.
Even with chopping, it would have taken maybe
If you had company coming over or the husband calls and says, hey, I'm bringing somebody home for dinner tonight, just chop up any vegetable you have in your refrigerator. I've done squashes, I've used tomatoes, I've used just about anything. And then with your rice noodles, you're good to go.
Powerful, powerful stir fry.
It is.
So this is Mark and Melody. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next time in the kitchen. Hey everybody, I've got a really interesting website for you to check out. And I go through the internet and find out what things are true and what things are not true, and kind of dissect different things. And the website I want to show you today is called The Truth About Cancer. Now, anytime I see something that says the truth about something, I'm already putting up a red flag, because that's what happens. Anytime you have to say the truth, sometimes you just gotta beware. Now, the truth about cancer is that it is preventable, and sometimes it is reversible. And we've went through a lot of things about cancer, how every one of us gets cancer cells every single day. And when you have the right amount of oxygen in your blood, then your blood will remove those cancer cells on a regular basis, so they do not stay there and start growing. But when you eat animal products, you end up getting this animal fat around all your blood cells, and then your blood cannot get the right amount of oxygen it needs, and it cannot remove those cancer cells on a regular basis. So you eliminate the animal products, and you end up having more oxygen in the blood, which helps the blood and remove all these cancer cells out of your body. It literally helps your entire defense mechanisms, your filtering systems, all your organs, everything starts working the way it's supposed to. So, and we've talked about that many times. But I wanted to share with you the truth about cancer because this is a really interesting site. Check this out. This is the front page of Truth About Cancer and the home page here. And it's got recent posts, video, 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 video. And some of these are really interesting. Detoxes, different things like that. Cancer 101, the basics, cancer causes, nutrition. Here's your food, here's your herbs and supplements, and here's your detox with exercise and protocols, treatments. And let's just click right here to treatments. I wanted to share this with you because it's very interesting how this is designed. Because look at this, vitamins, promising cancer cure, the suppression of a natural cancer cure, natural cancer treatments, why the increased cost of cancer treatments under Obamacare. Well, everything's going higher with that. Medical doctors, unbelievable anti-cancer effects of lemongrass and essential oils. Here's a sandalwood that's effectively fighting cancer. And let me share with you, there is page after page, apricots for cancer, page after page after page. Here's page number 2. Raspberries, good for preventing cancer. Sea cucumbers, overcoming bladder cancer. And the list goes on and on. There's actually 5, 6, 7 pages of these specific things. And the thing I wanted to share with you today is what's going on here is there's a lot of individual things that say, you know, this is good for cancer and this is good for cancer prevention. And if you eat, I remember back when I was a kid, my mom used to always say, if you eat 3 almonds a day, you'll never get cancer. And it was from, I think his name was Edgar Casey, the sleeping prophet. And so my mom was always on these 3 almonds a day, every single day. And she ended up with cancer and died from cancer. So the thing about it is, there's no one particular silver bullet that's going to save you and prevent you from getting cancer. It's just that way. Now, some of these things are going to be very good at cancer prevention, but it is not the cure for cancer prevention. And then the other element here is probably most of the people that go to this site are people that have cancer or they're affiliated or know somebody that has cancer. Most people are not going to go search out how to prevent cancer until they already have it. And that's one of our major mistakes is we're always in the process of detection and treatment rather than prevention. That's where we need our health care to be, is based on prevention. And if we start preventing, cancer, you're never going to get to the point of detection, and you're never going to get to the point of needing treatment or looking for a cure. Unfortunately, over 40%, pushing 50% of the population in America is dying from cancer. And nobody looks at it until they have it, or a loved one has it, that type of thing. And the problem with all of these are, you could do every single thing here, and you could start having hydrogen peroxide and cancer-fighting salad. Here, you can get a cancer-fighting salad. So if you eat this salad, it will fight cancer. It's just ridiculous. And I'm sure there's a lot of great stuff up here, but you cannot look for that silver bullet. The one thing I do like about this website is we're going to come over here to Cancer 101, and it really teaches you the basics about understanding your blood pH. And of course, I've talked about this too before, because if you have a high acidic body, cancers thrive in an acidic body, where if you have a high alkaline body, then cancers cannot survive in an alkaline body. So you want to make sure that your pH is at a high alkaline level, because then cancers cannot survive. And if you do have cancer, it's not going to grow as near as fast. There's a lot of people that have cancer and they can live a healthy life for dozens of years because they maintain such a really high alkaline level that the cancer never grows. It just remains dormant. And then, so that's a really interesting fact that you can really study out for yourself. And I want to share this with you down here because they have the graph here talking about alkaline levels and acidic levels. And, you know, all your alkaline is all your fruits and vegetables, all your grains and oats, all your plant strong items is what increases your alkaline levels. And all the products that create an acidic level in the body is all your meats and all your cheeses and all your animal products. Those are your direct connection with cancer. So, and when you look at the real statistical facts out there, this is what's happening. Ever since our society has increased in the consumption of animal products, cancer has increased exactly with it. And the people that go on a vegan, plant-strong lifestyle, their cancer rates drop to literally nothing. You know, there's still people that are going to get cancer from time to time because Satan has his ways of really, you know, putting these things out there. And it's just the world we live in. I mean, we breathe it every day. It's in the water. It's you know, everywhere. And but if you look at the numbers, your 99 percentile type of thing I like to talk about is the fact that you're going to have a lot more success in the prevention if you just start eating the right foods. And that's, you know, that's what I'm here for. I have a passion to help you get healthy. And I have a passion for you to become healthy as a preventive measure. Because if you live a healthier lifestyle, you're never going to get into these problems like most of society's experiencing. You know, between cancer and heart disease, that's 90% of the death rate here in America. You know, and if you eat a plant-strong lifestyle, you're eliminating 90% of the problems that you're going to have in your life. You're going to live a healthier, more vibrant life. So anyway, it's a really good website. I like it. I think there's a lot of great things. That's called The Truth About Cancer. Educate, expose, eradicate. Some interesting detox and exercising things. And but the bottom line is most of it is because of diet. And if you start eating that plant-strong lifestyle, you're never going to have those problems with cancer like most people do. And I pray that you don't. And if you do, you know, have cancers, you know, my heart goes out for you. And there are ways to slow it down and stop it so it stops growing and things like that. So that's where you need to get a good doctor, not a Truth About Cancer doctor, but a doctor that really knows his stuff. So, but there you go, Truth About Cancer. And that's what we're talking about, is showing you the intelligent part about living a healthier life. And we'll see you next time. Hi, Mark and Melody in the kitchen again. Mark and Melody in the kitchen again.
Again and again and again.
Today, Melody here, she has got a recipe that will just blow you away, particularly for the holidays.
Yeah,
and
anytime,
it's
really.
just a cranberry.
It is.
Cranberry what? Cranberry sauce.
A cranberry type of, it is a cranberry
But you took it to a whole new level.
Yes. I love raspberries and I love cranberries. And whenever I changed my diet, Mark, and I eliminated sugar out of my diet, or mostly processed foods, I love cranberry sauce. So what I did is I buy the 100% white grape normally.
Mm-hmm.
I like the white grape because
Okay.
of the color. But honestly, I couldn't find any. I think maybe I've given this recipe out maybe one too many times. So
I'm telling you, I hear more people complimenting. They're like, "Is Melody gonna make that? Is it raspberry cranberry?" I think
raspberry
is.
cranberry sauce.
Yeah, and they ask for it all the time, everywhere I go.
I know,
So,
and it's so popular.
yeah.
And I just take a can of the fruit juice, preferably white grape. I like the white
yeah,
cranberry
you've got
grape.
quite the legacy with this one.
I know, I do. And then, Mark, if you want to pour some of those raspberries in here,
Okay.
I want the raspberries. You don't have to do all of them, just give me a shot of them. And the reason why I'm adding the raspberries here is because I could not find the white raspberry. So we can't
want
call
that
it raspberry.
raspberry flavor.
Yeah, I do. I love the raspberry flavor. And there's a few leaves. They wouldn't hurt us. But I'm going to take those out.
Well, I like these because you can just rinse them right through the packet.
Yes, that's what I love about them too.
And then you're putting these in there?
Yes, that's
These pretty good?
Yeah, you taste cranberries,
Oh.
Mark. Have you never had?
Oh, oh, that's horrible.
I know. Cranberries are bitter,
Oh,
bitter.
man.
They're great for the urinary tract. I was gonna ask him, but he went right into it, and I didn't have to.
Okay.
Like, that'll perk you up. Well,
Yeah.
Oh,
It definitely needs a little bit of sweetener.
it does.
In
but-
there we go.
Yeah, pour them right in here.
All of them?
Pour them in there. That is 1 pound, 1 packet.
One packet like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, I advise you, especially Mark, during the holiday, please buy extra. Buy extra, throw them in the freezer. There are so many things you can use cranberries with throughout the year, and they're hard to find. And when you do find them frozen, they could be upwards to $6, $7 at least. We've seen
Yeah.
them that way, haven't they, Mark?
Well, the funny part about it was we went to go do this segment back in, what was it?
August, wasn't it?
And you could not find cranberries anywhere. No
Nowhere.
frozen cranberries, no nothing anywhere. So we could not do our holiday cranberry program
We couldn't.
in August like we normally would. And
we
so we
had
had
to
to
wait.
wait until November.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
to wait. We were going to put it out there so you'd have it way before the holidays, and we couldn't find the cranberries, to be
Now,
honest with
there's
you.
a couple grocery stores that actually have them in a plastic bag that look like they'd be really good for freezing.
They
And-
are great. That's and let me a secret, and I'm going to tell you this, and then when I go to look for them again, guess what's going to happen, Mark? I'm not going to find them. I'm not going to find them. But I'll go buy the packages that you find in the plastic, and I'll buy like 10 of them for anywhere from a dime to a quarter a package.
Right.
After Thanksgiving, they don't have them around for
right after
for
Christmas.
That very few stores will even have them during the Christmas time. I have found.
They're
So,
freezing them.
Yes, I take them and I put them in the freezer and I keep them there. And all year long, if I need something with cranberries, I just pull them out and thaw
Yeah,
them.
because I want them year round. So we'll probably get about 20 bags.
Oh, yes.
And throw them in the freezer, and that way we'll have them once a month for. Yeah, because they're so good for you. That's the other
They
big thing.
are good
so.
for you. And,
Cool.
and I like them this way. Now, this is going to be a little tart. The white grape juice, to me, is the best.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a little bit sweeter. You can add a little bit of sugar to it if you'd like to. I do put just a little bit of lemon juice
Or
in
honey,
mine.
or.
A little bit of honey, an organic sugar works great.
But
Stevia.
this is really a fundamental lesson that everybody should know in the kitchen. I mean,
Yes.
anybody could do this at any given time, and it's done. It's ready.
You know, I
It's-
do this with my blueberries. I do this with my apples. I do it with strawberries and make a fresh strawberry pie.
Mm-hmm.
But I do my juices instead of sugar. And then if you need it
Right.
thickened, that you will also just take some cornstarch or arrowroot powder and use that in there for thickening. But surprisingly, Mark, this thickens all on its own. It's very gelatinous. It kind of has that
Pectin. It's got pectin in it,
It's got the
so,
pectin
yeah.
in it. I was hoping it'd get hot enough. I wanted you to hear the music.
Have you seen out there all the things that are saying pectin free, pectin free?
What's that for? Oh, listen. Do you hear it? I can hear it. Hopefully,
We'll see if we can
hear it
get
pop.
some of those. But all over the kids, it starts out with the kids' cereals. It says pectin free, pectin free. So everybody's like, "Ooh, I better stay away from pectin."
What? Why is
And-
pectin bad?
Because it's in fruit. And Satan doesn't want you eating healthy. He wants you not to eat fruit. You know, so I don't know. This is the only thing I can figure.
I'm just
mean-
thinking what pectin is a natural sweetener.
Oh, it's just ridiculous what's
And,
going on out there.
It is. It just seems like every day it gets even worse. And I heard something just recently. You know, the World Health Organization announced about processed meats and what the meats are doing to our body. And then I seen almost a retraction about how, well, if you don't eat too much of it. And I'm thinking, yeah, they must have gotten in trouble from somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe the Meat Association.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the way it goes. So,
It's starting to get nice and warm here, Mark, and my raspberries are starting to crumble a little bit, but I just really wanted to hear pop. I was telling Mark about it. I said, wait till you hear this, and it just starts pop, pop, pop.
yeah.
Yeah, I love it. But
So you got one that's already done.
I do have one that we did, and we let set for just a few minutes. And look at that, Mark. Look how it's gelled.
I take it you want this in here.
I do want that in there.
Okay.
Look at that. Look how beautiful to serve that With the stuffing program we did, can you just imagine this with stuffing? Now, does that taste a little better than the cranberry?
Yes, and the sweetness right from that concentrated juice.
And the longer it sits, the more sweetness
And-
sweetener it's going to have.
Find those concentrated juices that do not have the sugar added.
Yes, 100%.
Because it's made from concentrate, so there's
It
plenty
is.
of natural sugar in it.
Yes, you don't actually have to add sugar, but if you did, maybe a little stevia.
Now this is one that you had chilled for a little bit. It's even still warm, but you can see how thick it is getting. Look at that.
Isn't that beautiful?
Doesn't that look like a regular cranberry that you get out of a can?
Oh, do you hear a
Except
pop?
10 times better.
I'm starting to hear a pop. It's almost like canning. Oh, there went another one.
But it's beautiful, just gorgeous.
It is, and it tastes so good, and you don't have to worry about just having a little teaspoon of it because it doesn't have all the sugar in it. So.
And would you, you can't imagine something like this without thickening agents.
No,
And there's
none.
no thickening agents
Absolutely
in it. You
none.
want to try it? It's really good.
Yeah.
Money back guarantee. If you're not completely satisfied, bring this recipe back for a full refund.
Yeah.
And we will have the exact recipes for this one too, but you don't need one. I mean, it's that easy. You just, put your can of juice. Put your can of juice in there.
one
Hit it
can.
with some raspberries.
Raspberries.
Hit it with some cranberries. Let it go, and you're done.
Little lemon.
If you want, and
If it's a little too tart, see, I don't like my cranberry sauce real sickening sweet. I like the bitterness.
right, it should have some tartness to it.
It should have some tartness to it. And the next time, if you have the urge to try a fresh cranberry to see how sweet it is, maybe you'll remember this program of when Mark tried that.
Yeah.
Hear it? Oh, there they go.
I hope they picked that up on the sound. But you can hear it pop, pop.
I know. I love it. I actually love to cook the cranberry sauce. It's awesome. So hopefully
Amen.
you'll enjoy this recipe.
There you go.
It's been a favorite in my house. This is the only cranberry recipe we've used in probably 5 years now.
Well, thank you, and thank you for tuning in because, and definitely share these recipes with your friends and family. Show them how easy it can be to cook healthier at home, and we'll see you next time in the kitchen. Hey everybody, just wanted to share with you another one of those intelligent things that you need to do in your kitchen. And let me tell you, this is a way to save a ton of money. And what I want you to do is get out there and buy some of these containers for saran wrap. Let me tell you, look at this. This is 2,000 feet. This one's almost empty, so I'm already ready for my next one. 2,000 feet of saran wrap in there. And let me tell you, these things will save you so much money. The other big plus about this type of saran wrap, it is such a better quality than the saran wrap you get in the grocery stores. This kind of saran wrap can go in the oven, where a lot of those ones you get in the grocery stores, they just don't work in the ovens. And so get some big containers. This one here is foil. And boom, just like this, you can just rip off pieces any size you want. And this is 18 inches, 500 feet. Sometimes they run about 20 bucks, but I guarantee you, if you bought this in those little containers in the grocery stores, you're gonna literally pay 5 to 10 times the price that you would pay for one of these. And talk about the convenience. I mean, look at this. When you have this stuff at home, it's so easy to know that you have it. Because I don't know how many times I used to, when I was growing up, we'd be out of saran wrap, we'd be out of foil, we'd be out of these type of things. And so get yourself a foil there. This one right here is for parchment paper. Yeah, and I like the parchment paper because you can actually use this instead of oil on your sheet pans. So you could take a sheet pan, just put this on there and put your cookies or whatever you're doing, and it will save you a lot of cleanup and you don't have all that additional oil. So that's a win. And kind of interestingly enough, I'll show you how I do this at home. I usually have this here and this down here so I can get to either one rather conveniently. And it just works pretty good. And you could even do this one down here if you wanted. so that boom, 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 and you can have it all in one place. But do yourself a favor, save a ton of money and time and everything by having these bigger containers. Gordon Food Service has them, Smart and Final, Costco, Sam's Clubs. There's quite a few places. I don't know about restaurant supply companies, some might, but they're out there, readily available, and the price is right. So here we go with your intelligent way to cook like a professional at home. Hi, Mark Anthony here, just to share with you a little thing about freezing raspberries. And look at this, I just got a case of raspberries. These were 50 cents a piece, so I got a whole case for $6. And of course, we can't eat a whole case in days or weeks, that type of thing. But what I'm doing here is I'm freezing the raspberries. Now, if you're gonna freeze raspberries, you have to do what they call IQF. Individual quick freeze. That's what the commercial industry calls it, for individual quick freeze of foods. A lot of your raspberries, blueberries, they do the same thing. And what we're going to do, this is November, and 50 cents a piece, I said, I'll take it. And so what I'm doing here is I'll freeze them, and then after they're frozen, I'm going to bag them up. These are already frozen. Of course, I'm going to date everything. You want to date things when they're going to go in the freezer. And as long as it's identifiable, you don't need to put the name of the product. It's when something is not identifiable, then, health department requirements, that's when you want to put a label and a name on it, which doesn't hurt anyway. But just that easy, and we will have strawberries all winter for smoothies and things like that. So anyway, I just want to share with you, it's that easy to save a lot of money and have healthy fruits. You can do this with pineapple. Pineapple right now is at such a remarkably low price. We'll probably do a little segment on that too, but get those healthy fruits when you can and freeze them like this, and you can do smoothies all winter long. And you can even eat them right out of the freezer. You want to eat them before they really get soft, but that's the way to do it. So Mark Anthony, have a great day. Hi, Mark Anthony here, and I'm once again with Chef Abigail Vautier from France. She flew in all the way from, Paris, France? Is that where you're from?
No, I'm from Florida.
You're from Florida, okay. But I like the name Abigail Vautier. It just has a ring to it. It's a built-in chef word for you. Today, we're gonna make some homemade Pop-Tarts. Have you made Pop-Tarts?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be familiar with this. But I'm actually going to use this puff pastry dough. And I don't know if you've ever used this before, but it's just comes in sheets like this. You can get it at the grocery store in the frozen food section. And there's 2 sheets in a section. And we're actually gonna make puff pastry dough for Pop-Tarts. How do you make your Pop-Tarts?
Well, basically I just get dough like this and I cut this so that it makes one Pop-Tart. I just fill it with jelly, flip it over, put powdered sugar on it, and then bake it. Okay, so pretty much the same thing. There is some type of pie crust out there that's a now what I would do is I'm kind of going like this. Is that what you do? Yeah.
And then each one of those is going to be
one Pop-Tart.
A Pop-Tart. Okay, so you got the same concept I do. And for jelly, we'll get a couple spoons here. This one I'll give you the mango orange organic jelly. Really good. Okay, so you make yours and I'll make mine. How's that sound?
Good.
And I'm just going to give mine a little stretch here to give myself some room to work. See, and you're doing the same thing, but I don't go to the edges. I want my edges.
I do it so that it seals when it's baking.
Oh, okay. See, what I do is I take the water and I just go along the sides like this.
I do it on the other side. with water.
And that way I've got my seal like that. And there's my seal. And then I'm actually going to take a fork. I don't know if you use a fork or not, like this. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks like a Pop-Tart.
Is that what Pop-Tarts look like?
Yeah, they have little edges.
Do they? I haven't had a Pop-Tart in like 300 years.
You're not even 300 yet.
Well, close, 250 years. All right. Wait. All right, I'm a little bit younger than that. So what do you think, just like that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna spray this just to keep everything from sticking. And then we're gonna put this right on side. And you're using the water on half of it. Okay, I'm gonna beat you here. We're gonna get these babies done. Let's knock them out.
I beat you!
Your reflexes are getting fast, but mine are still faster. I am quick man, fast ninja.
Nah.
So it's kind of nice though when you work with different people, you get different concepts on how to do things. That's why.
Like your way, not doing the edges. My way, doing the other side of the edges. Yeah. So mine's a little slimmer.
What they say, a lot of these foreign chefs, they're like, oh no, you have to do it this way. You have to do it this way. Oh no, it has to be like this. But I've always had the belief that there's 100 right ways to do everything in the kitchen. So there, you don't always have to do it the exact same way. You can always create your own originality.
You're beating me.
3. Okay, I'm on my, yeah, I got one more here.
Stop beating me.
Hey, now don't give our audience the wrong idea.
You're beating me.
They're gonna call child services. I heard what she said on that television station. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I will beat you.
Whoops! I got to get the water. I forgot the water.
I beat you.
Yeah, I'm trying to work real fast just to get ahead of you here. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. As long as I get that fork before you, I'm okay. Hey, this works pretty good. Whoa! You'll go and get my fork. I get to keep my fork. I wonder if you can go on the top too. Can you go like this? Would that look weird?
No.
I don't know. We'll try it and see what
It looks
happens.
funny.
Like funny, like that's funny. Oh, okay, not that kind of funny. Okay, I'm just thinking it might be that kind of funny. Okay, I'll do the last one here.
Hey, you're
I'm gonna
getting.
stretch it out here a little bit.
You should mix those two jellies.
Mix them? We can do that, sure.
Mix them, mix them, mix them.
And a scoop of this, like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's a strawberry. Whoops, I gotta put some water on it.
Boop, boop. You do that again.
I know. Well, in the restaurants, we always used egg wash. We would do egg wash on it. And
I beat you.
you did, but I got 4 done before you got 2. No, after you got 2 done. Okay. But I'm twice as big as you are, so I should be able to get twice as many done, right? And can I poke holes in this? Let me poke holes in this one. And I want
That's
to see if it's
basically what I
gonna.
did in that one.
I want to see if it's gonna ooze out of there,
That would look cool.
and just see what happens.
Now my hands are all jellied.
Now, one more thing I'm gonna do. I wonder if those Pop-Tarts. Do you remember if they have holes in them like that, so that they don't?
They have sprinkles in them.
But I think it has to have a hole in it in order
Yeah, at least one.
for the air to come out, if I remember right. So let's do that. Then the one thing I'm gonna do is just hit it with a little bit of spray like this before it goes in the oven. And just like that, this is gonna go in the oven for about 350 degrees for maybe 20 minutes. And then we'll take a look at it when it comes back out.
And then we'll put on the powdered sugar.
That'll work. Okay, here we go. These are ready to go. Check them out, check them out. What do you think?
They look beautiful.
Let's grab that little spatula. I'll take that. I don't have a spatula, so we'll just find another tool. What's it look like on the bottom?
Nice and brown.
Perfect. I see there's a little bit coming out of some of these, which means that it was a good idea to poke those holes in it to release some pressure. And you probably want to poke a few more holes in it when we do it next time. And then this goes on the top, right?
Mhm.
Ooh. Am I doing this right?
Yeah. I think you are.
Because this, if you do this when it's hot like this,
It'll sink in.
this should actually melt
That's gonna taste.
for the most part right into the Pop-Tart. And this is right out of the oven, so we're gonna have to,
One more right over there on that one.
okay, gotcha. Okay, and then normally what we're gonna do is we're gonna take, for a beauty shot, because we do beauty shots all the time. You like our beauty shots?
Yeah.
And you wanna take the best ones, and this is probably the worst one right there, don't you think?
Yeah, because it's open.
So you're gonna take the best ones, and then you take the sections of the next best that you're gonna be able to visually show. And this one might go here, and this one might go here. What do you think? Like that? And then this is probably one of the cutest ones right there. You must have, that's a smaller one. You must have done that one. And then, so that's gonna be the front. And just like that. And, okay, I'm gonna give this one a cut in half here so we can see what they look like on the inside. Woo, so that's good, just like that. That's what the inside looks like. Okay, beautiful. What do you think?
I like it.
Okay,
Nice and pretty.
it's so hot I can't even try it right now. But you're getting really fancy. That makes it a challenge. And take the shot, good to go. What do you think? I think it's just too hot to eat, but I'm gonna tear off a little piece. Yeah, look how steaming hot that is.
And you put it in your mouth.
So it's a puff pastry. You called it a what?
Puff pastry.
Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart. And, or basically like a turnover. If you did them in triangles, it'd be like a turnover. But this would actually be a homemade Pop-Tart, which really stands out above the crowd for recipes. So good one. Good recipe you brought with you today. What's next? You got a whole bunch more recipes you've been creating?
Yep.
We'll have to do this again. All right, Mark Anthony with Chef Abigail Fortier, and we will see you next time in the kitchen.
Hi, Melody Prettyman here from The Whole Message with your tip of the day. Today we're going to talk about raspberries. Beautiful. I love the flavor of raspberries. When I go to the grocery store and I pick up my raspberries, I have to buy 2 containers because I only get home with 1. They're not only packed full of vitamins, but they're high in fiber, and they have complex carbohydrates and even protein. Whether you use them in your favorite recipe or make your syrup for pancakes instead of the sugary ones you get at the store, remember, your good health is only 1 bite away.
Just a reminder, the books are available on my website at chefmarkanthony.com. We've got my Vegan Simplicity book right here, which is available. We also have Simply Yummy, Melody Prettyman's really good cookbook. I have that available on the website. Of course, the Simply Incredible. This is a 400-page full color cookbook. And I mean, let me tell you, this baby is just gorgeous and gives you a lot of concepts about how to cook. So once you learn the concept, then you could run with a lot of different recipes. Plus, our newest addition is the Baby Steps to an Amazingly Healthier You. And this just came out this year. It's a brand new DVD, 12 parts. Look at this. This has actually 4 DVDs inside. It's a 12-part DVD and gives you a lot of really good insight about how to take baby steps to get healthy. Plus, you get a lot of good cooking segments in there too. So, Mark Anthony, we'll see you next time.
Well, I don't know what's more motivating, Mark. The inspiration we get from each other or cooking and eating that good food.
Yeah,
You know, that
it's-
inspires me to think I can have food that tastes so wonderful and it's so healthy for you. Not like it
Amen.
used to be. I didn't have to sit and, okay, now how many calories? A cup, or can I have a half a cup? If I take a half a cup, what am I going to have to sacrifice?
Yeah, you ever see those
tonight?
supermodels that like they have 3 almonds in their bowl? You know,
The
they count them
almonds,
out.
they probably don't even eat
yeah,
almonds.
you know, it's but yeah.
It's terrible. You know,
Yeah.
God wants us to eat. He wants us to be inspired. He wants us to inspire, and He wants us to stay motivated.
Yeah.
And I
So
know we
find
can
your
do that.
inspiration.
Yes.
You need to find your inspiration. And I can't think of a better inspiration than our Heavenly Father above.
Amen.
And He will inspire you every morning if you allow Him to. Action, direction, by the way, action, direction, and discernment.
Your ADD.
Action is the action of doing. Direction is not, Lord, give me direction. Direction is directing yourself to Him. And people don't understand that. We need to direct ourselves to Him, and then He will do amazing things in our life. So.
Oh, that is so wonderful. And you might think you possess little talent, or what do I have that's inspiring? Everybody has something. So just pray and say, Lord, what is my inspiration? What are my talents? What
Might be
can
your
I
children.
do?
Might be your children.
It could be.
A lot of times people
It
will
could be
have
gardening.
more purpose to change their lifestyle because of their influence on somebody else. Some people, they can't do it for themselves. They just can't. They try and try and try, and they can't do it for themselves. But once they understand that there's people that are looking at them that they can be an inspiration to, that sometimes is their inspirational moment.
Sure.
And I'm going to get healthy so my kids will see that this is the way to live.
It works.
And so sometimes that's what you need,
Yeah.
or doing it for the Lord who gave you that body. Anytime you're doing it for somebody else, sometimes I think you have more ability to do.
I do too. Well,
so.
hey, we've really enjoyed this time with you today, and you can always go to our website. You can look us up out there, our contact information where you can call us, send us an email. Maybe you have a story to tell us. Maybe you have something inspiring for Mark and I. It could be a day that we need that inspiration, or maybe just to contact us where we can inspire you. That's our purpose here. And if God's inspired you to donate to this ministry where we can continually provide these programs out there for you, please. We'll always accept those donations. And always tune in to us each week when you watch us here on Healthy Living. You have a good day.
Bye-bye.